Good day to all the fabulous listeners of Movie Musings. You've got Christina reviewing Welcome to the Rileys, released in theaters November of 2010. The Netflix synopsis reads, devastated by their daughter's death 8 years ago, Doug, played by James Gandolfini, and his guilt-ridden wife, Lois, played by Melissa Leo, lead depressing lives without much meaning. But by forming an unconventional relationship with teen call girl Mallory, played by Kristen Stewart, the couple begins to rediscover hope. Directed by Jake Scott, this compelling family drama also stars David Jensen, Kathy Lampkin, and Lance E. Nichols. Okay, so I went into the theater thinking this is a very unusual story. I'm intrigued, and you know what? It's a good story all around. The performances are very good, but I will get to that in a moment. The story deals with this couple. They do lead depressing lives. He's a chain smoker for one. That's always a little sad, and it's like it's like there's this quiet desperation and sadness in his eyes. You know, when he's hanging out with his friends at his poker game once a week, you could see him trying so hard to just smile and, you know, just, oh yeah, chat it up with the guys about whatever. But there's this sadness to him that you can't explain. And, you know, he seems like a loner also, even though he's married. After the diner, he always frequents a pancake house where he has some sort of friendship with a waitress there that, you know, he's regular. She takes care of him. As for the wife, she has so many pills because every little thing sets her off. But it's because of her guilt. But you would understand it later as the film progresses. She has not left her house. Will not even go down her driveway to pick up her own mail. It's that severe. She just stays in the house. She's a complete recluse, and it's like you can also see it in her. There's this desperation within her that she wants to talk or scream or cry or all of it, and she'll do none of it. So these characters, they did that. The way I'm describing how these characters felt, these actors really captured those emotions. You know, I didn't think I was going to cry during this film. I did get a little teary-eyed. When people cry, I'm just not good at dealing with that. But James Gandolfini cries in this movie, and you know, he's just a father, just overcome with despair and grief over their daughter's death. You know, it wasn't anyone's fault, but it was an accident, and a terrible one at that. Kristen Stewart plays a completely jaded and in love of money, in pursuit of money, call girl who she's down on her luck because, you know, she's 16, and of course there's always someone shady to take advantage of the disadvantage, and she gets herself into these situations mostly because she's a stripper and a prostitute, that it brings her these situations where they could be very dangerous. There could be they're very shady. They're not places you want your little girl to go to. And by accident they meet James Gandolfini and Kristen Stewart's characters, and he takes pity on her. I think it's a mix of pity and also it's like some sort of denial or maybe some hope that they kind of look alike, his deceased daughter and Mallory, and she's so in need of guidance and help, and he so desperately wants to provide that for someone. You know, ideally you should provide that for your family, but as I said earlier, the situation with his wife is just so tense. Yeah, tense. They don't exchange many words. You know, it's like there's still some affection there, but it's not enough to spark any kind of conversation or genuine feeling or whatnot. It's just we're going through the motions because this is what we agreed to do, kind of thing. It looks like a loveless marriage, but you know, when the wife comes down to visit him, also by chance, but it was like this big thing, it kind of revives something in both of them. Suddenly they're talking, they're animated, dare I say, they're even laughing, which is pretty cool to see. You know how it's a slow progression, but it's it's genuine. Also, the music, it captured the scene, I think. One particular scene is when when Doug is running to meet Lois in New Orleans. He's running, and he's this big dude. He's a chain smoker, but he's running because he's just so eager to see her. And the music is so upbeat, and I thought that was a very good job on the music department's choice. The movie, I'm not even sure how the ending is, if it's a bittersweet ending or no. Of course, I'm not going to reveal anything, but I have to say I'm actually satisfied with the ending. It's not your typical cliched ending. It is an ending, and whether you think of it as a good one or not is debatable. You can always come to our forum and let us know what you think about that. If you'd like to strike up a debate or some sort of discussion, we would encourage that. So for all these reasons, I give this movie an A. So good job to everyone. Thank you very much. I'm Christina from Movie Musings. On a side note, if you have any films that you're not sure you want to see but would like someone's feedback, Surajo or myself would be more than happy to do so in a timely fashion. Just let us know your requests through our YouTube channel, Movie Musings, or you can email us at christinasurajo@gmail.com. Cheers!